Wet n Wild, it's well-known drugstore brand which has many good products. Yes, they do have some dots, but majority of their items are good quality. They're best known for their eyeshadows, so in their assortment they have the singles, they have the quartz, and also they have the 10 pan eyeshadow palettes. Recently they came up with new 10 pan eyeshadow palettes, which they don't look like this. They look way different. Also, they come in a white package, and I'm gonna insert a footage of it. The new eyeshadow palettes are not as good as those, and because of that I decided to go to the store and check on something. This is my old Walking on Eggshell, which comes with 3 shades. With the new one you having, come on, open up, you have 4 shades including the transition. But going back to the palette, when I was in the store, those palettes, they were on clearance, and that got me thinking that possible we will have to tell them goodbye, and that's the reason why I picked those. However, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Walking on Eggshell. So that's their first release, and that's their upgraded version. Yes, from far they look the same, or let's say the colors are, but if you look closer, the shades are a little bit different. And let me swatch them for you. Those are the swatches of the shades. On this side I have the old version of Walking on Eggshell. On the other side I have the newer one. As you can see for yourself, the, let's call them professionally, the brown one, yes, it's almost the same, but then the lid shade and the crease, yes, there is smidge of difference in tones. Not too much, but a little bit. I have those shades on my eyes. So on this eye I have the old formula, on the other one I have the newer one, and yes, they look exactly the same. However, when you start using it, the newer version, it's more powdery, so you're gonna have more fallout. But in general, if you were curious about the Walking on Eggshell, now it's the right time to get it, because as I told you earlier, the 10 pan eyeshadow palettes been on clearance. So I don't know if they're gonna keep the, let's say, those shades in, or if they're gonna replace them as well. Anyway, right now I'm gonna insert the footage of me applying the shades in case if you are curious, and if not, I see you next time. Bye! On my eyes I'm gonna apply the Walk on the Eggshell palette by Wet n Wild. That's the new version, that's the older one. The difference is in the newer one you get the transition shade, while in the other one you only have 3 shades. Also, when you look at them closer, yes, from far they look similar, but there are some differences. So let me move this a little bit closer. I'm gonna use the transition shade underneath my brows. Since I have 2 of them, I'm gonna use one on each eye, and then I can easily see it how do they will perform. So I'm gonna use this, let's say the older version on this eye. I'm gonna start with the lid shade all over my lid. And yes, it is shiny. While on the other eye, I'm gonna use this. They both shimmery, but this shade, or say in the new palette, it's more pinkish, while this one it's more brown. I'm gonna follow up with the crease shade. Again, if you look at them side by side, even the crease shade is a little bit different. using the brush which I used earlier for the transition shade, I'm gonna go over everything just to clean it up a little bit. If you look at closer, that's how the eyeshadow look. From far, no, you're not gonna see too much difference. But yes, the colors are a little bit different in tones.